just got finished eating a raw vegan donut, and now I have my smoothie. I missed being on live. I was going live 3 days a week last week because, as you all know, I'm still recovering, so I need to take some time to do that and to get myself back together. Let me know if you can hear me. If you jump on, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Avi certified raw food educator and holistic health coach with www.eatstressaway.com and the founder of Eat Stress Away, helping professional women and entrepreneurial women get rid of their stress, drop those pounds, gain their energy back through nutrition and lifestyle changes without sacrificing their food favorites or authenticity. And today's video is about how to get rid of bloat for good, because who wants to be bloated? So this is one way, is a smoothie. Oh my God, that's so good. It tastes like a blueberry milkshake. But anyway, I wanted to do this video because a lot of people have been asking me how to get rid of bloat. I'm bloated. I don't know how to get rid of it. And in order to know how to get rid of it, you know what I'm going to say. You have to know what's causing it. You always have to get to the root cause with everything. So I'll just use myself as an example. Years back, I remember when I was around 125, and I was going to the gym faithfully, like 7 days a week, faithfully going to the gym. But I noticed that it didn't matter how many planks I did, how many reverse crunches I did, anything that I did, I could not get rid of bloat to save my life. And I just thought something was wrong with me. Like I was just the bloated one that went to the gym. I would see people with abs and, hi, Mohammed. I would see people with abs and I just thought, oh, wow, maybe I just can't get abs. Like it's just not possible for me. So I just kept going until one day I said, there are certain foods I noticed after I ate certain foods, I became bloated. Okay. And it wasn't foods that you think would cause you to bloat, but it did. At the time, for me, it was broccoli and it was peas for whatever reason. I was actually dealing with some intolerances, which I'll cover in a minute. But I said, oh, that's what's causing it. So the minute I cut those certain foods out, I noticed that the bloating went away. There's a lot of people who think that it's just inevitable for them to be bloated. What I want you to do today, taking action, if you really don't want to be bloated anymore, because bloating is a sign of inflammation. If you really don't want to be bloated anymore, I'm going to need you to do this for you, to track your food. Start writing down what food you are eating. If you want a food mood journal, I have those. Just drop me a comment at any time if you want to get those. I'm also having a webinar, and I'm going to actually show you even more ways to get rid of bloat for good. But anyway, so I started really taking a look at my food. So the first thing you have to recognize is that bloating is not normal. That's the first thing. Always like sticking up the hand with the rings, crystals. The first thing is recognizing that it's not normal to be bloated, okay? The second thing that I want you to look at is write down what you are eating. Recognize that bloating stems from nutrition. So maybe that should be number 2. Recognize that bloating stems from your nutrition. I think I have to say that again. Recognize bloating stems from your nutrition. And 3, start writing down what you're eating so you can clearly see what foods are causing it. So there's so many foods that actually cause bloat, and I'm going to go through those right now. So sugary foods with sugar. You know, sugar is very disguised in different foods with various names, with dextrose, with maltodextrin, with high fructose corn syrup, with so many cane sugar, with so many different names. And what happens is, because sugar, again, has no nutritional value, is calorically dense, is heavily processed, stripped of all the nutrients, your body is it just blows up. So a lot of times after you eat, cake, you get full. A lot of times after you eat cupcakes, you get full. You get full after eating those things that have sugar in them, because your body is just storing it. It's not processing it, okay? When something like, and I highly recommend replacing all sugar with fruits or dried fruits, because they have nutrients for the body to break down. And dried fruit is also rich in fiber. So you digest it. You have a bowel movement after, which you're supposed to have after every meal, believe it or not, or you're constipated. And that's what happens with bloating. Bloating is a sign that you're constipated. You are. I'm not trying to be disgusting. That's just what it is. You're not processing anything that you're eating. So that's one food that causes bloat. Another is oils. Oils, whether that's olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, whatever. A lot of people put oils, they fry things, they use oil, they put oil on everything. There's no nutritional value in that either. If you want to, a lot of people say that coconut oil and olive oil are great for brain health, but I'd rather you do a DHA EPA supplement with a small amount of oil rather than putting oils on your food, because that's going to contribute to cancer and inflammation, because again, it's heavily processed. There's no nutritional value in putting oils in your food. So that's another reason why you're bloated. So sugar, oils, some grains. Now, some people are walking around, and that's where intolerances come in. Some people are walking around not knowing that they're actually intolerant to grains and things like, if you're like me, you can't have quinoa. I cannot have quinoa right now. Even though it's not bad, but certain people can't have certain grains like oatmeal, wheat. A lot of people are thinking that wheat is better than white bread. And it's actually not, because the wheat of today is extremely hybrid, has no nutritional value. And if you look on the back of the nutrition facts, it has a bunch of ingredients that are unrecognizable. So the body does not process that or digest that. So that's why there's a book called Wheat Belly, which I highly recommend, which affects your gut and your brain health. Okay. And it causes the body not to process these foods. So what ends up happening is you get inflammation, AKA bloat in the body. And that's why a lot of people have bloat. That's why I recommend writing down what you're eating. As you see, I'm chewing my smoothie for better digestion. You're supposed to also chew your smoothies. That's another reason why people are bloated too, because they don't chew properly, but that's an aside. What's another food? Processed foods and genetically modified foods. A lot of people don't know about genetically modified foods, but it's very, 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 very dangerous to the gut. It messes up the lining of your gut. Those pesticides eat away at the lining of your gut. And that's what causes inflammation. If you imagine, someone taking a knife, not that they would, okay? Taking a knife to your arm and cutting it open, what happens is this will eventually become inflamed. That's what you're doing to your body when you're eating genetically modified foods, or even foods high in sodium. You're cutting the lining each time. It's like a little knife just, stabbing away at it. And what ends up happening is inflammation, which is bloat. And if you keep eating and poking it, eventually you're going to get these inflammatory diseases. You're going to be consistently overweight. You don't want metabolic diseases, cardiovascular disease. You don't want to become leptin resistant. You don't want type 2 diabetes. It's just better if you cut these foods out of your diet and replace them. Drop a comment below if you're coming to the webinar, because you're going to get some goodies at that webinar. I'm going to give you my cheat sheets for replacing certain foods that cause bloat. most of my cheat sheets, as well as more information than I give on the live feeds. And it's a free webinar. So just join. Definitely let me know if you're coming, or click that link that I have posted in the caption. So that's how to get rid of bloat. Now, how to get rid of it for good. You're going, like I said, first you need to know what you're eating specifically. Once you find out maybe you're eating white rice and your body's not responding, stop giving your body white rice and see how it functions. Bloat should go down. It should go down within a couple days if you start consistently cutting these foods out. I actually tried to help someone when I was trying to help everybody when I first became a health coach, and they didn't want the help. They said they ate white rice and their stomach was bloated. And I was like, well, maybe you should cut out the white rice and I can help you. And they didn't want to cut it out. They just wanted to complain that they were bloated. I'm like, well, bloat is inflammation. Chronic inflammation heightens stress levels. It does horrible things. It creates, like I said, inflammation. It messes with your mood. There's something on my computer. It doesn't boost your immune system. It breaks down your immune support. It's a lot. It also heightens your dopamine levels. And when your dopamine levels are out of whack, here comes depression. So, hi, Bards. Hi. So it really does not help that. So let's highlight those tips again. First, you have to recognize that bloating stems from what you are putting in your mouth, okay? The second thing was bloat. What did I say the second thing was? Oh, seeing what food specifically you're eating. Write down the foods. Identify the food, the stressor. Always identify the problem and to get rid of that problem and then replace it. And like I said, jump on my webinar, which is free because I'm going to give that info to you specifically so you know. Cut out those foods that I mentioned on this live. Let me drop a comment below even if you get on the replay, and let me know if you're dealing with bloat. That's how you get rid of it. Pay attention to certain foods. You can be intolerant. You got rid of a problem, your ex-wife. Okay, this is about bloating though. I'm glad you got rid of whatever was stressing you. I don't know if it was your ex-wife, but yeah, this video is about bloat. I don't know if you meant to jump on that, but I'm talking about bloating. She was bloated. You got rid of her because she was bloated? At least when I was. Okay. Anyways, so this video is about bloating. I'm focused on the topic of bloating and positive energy. Only positive vibes on here. Like I said, I hope that was helpful and you getting rid of bloat. Start to take action and do those things. Also, do not drink with your meals. And don't food combine. Get the fuck off, dude. Seriously. How do you block people from Matt Mullen? If you see MATTMULLEN, cuss his ass the fuck out because I can't get him off of here. Get the fuck off my live, you piece of shit. All right, anyways. That's what I mean. I'm not trading my authenticity for nobody. This is getting sexy. Go seek fucking help. Anyways, have a great day, and I hope you catch my live tomorrow. Mwah.